You're taking a look at downtown Milwaukee in the Fiserv Forum, home of the Marquette Golden Eagles, as the Golden Eagles host the LIU Sharks in their fourth game of the season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. The Golden Eagles will go with the familiar starting five of Cam Jones, Trent Kolick, Max Prosper, Oso Ighodaro, and Stevie Mitchell. And as you take a look at the LIU Sharks, Coach Rod Strickland coming up to Milwaukee with a very inexperienced team, sort of, Stephen, and they will look for R.J. Green to really lead the charge, that freshman out of the Bronx. But we're taking a look at Shaka Smart. Shaka Smart is in his second season with the Marquette Golden Eagles, 21-14 so far here in Marquette.
Yeah, I want to see how Marquette is going to respond off of that tough loss. They want to get the tempo. They want to push it a little bit and gain a little bit more confidence in this particular game.
And here is all-NBA point guard and the member of the New York City Basketball Hall of Fame, Rod Strickland, who is in his first season on the LIU Sharks bench.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how Rod can put his fingerprints on this program and elevate these Sharks to a level that maybe not to where he played, but to the top of their conference.
Well, you know a lot about that. Being a former teammate of Rod Strickland, we will definitely get more into that as this game goes on. The Marquette Golden Eagles coming off a tough loss in West Lafayette, Indiana against Purdue, 75-70 on Tuesday. And as you mentioned at the top of our broadcast, Stephen, that was a game that the Golden Eagles felt like they should win.
Well, anytime you have an opportunity to go to another Power 5 program like that at Purdue and you're up 9 in the second half, and you kind of let it slip away. Talking to Tyler Kolick, he said there were two possessions that were critical, where they didn't get the shot they wanted. Purdue came down and cut into the lead. The crowd got into it, and then Purdue kind of got away from them towards the end. But I expect them to rebound nicely here tonight and get more up-tempo than they were able to do in West Lafayette.
That's exactly what the message was at this morning's shoot-around from Coach Shaka Smart. He wants to see his team really push the pace, get up and down against this LIU Sharks team. We're almost set for tip-off. Our officials tonight is Roger Ayers, Earl Walton, and Jamie Lucky.
A veteran officiating crew, and they typically let them play till it's so. We should expect to see some physical play out here.
And here we go. We're off and running here in Milwaukee. Golden Eagles get the first possession. Kolick coming off the high screen over to Mitchell. Back out to Cam Jones.
Cam Jones, every time he touches, he's going to look for a shot like that.
And he pulls the first three of the game. That's off the mark.
Nice box out there by Jake Cook. LIU is going to need to concentrate on that against the bigger Golden Eagles.
Down low, back out to Jacob Johnson, and that's a turnover, the first turnover of the game. Stevie Mitchell. Back over to Max Prosper. Bucket. Foul. Going to the free throw line.
Nice job by Max running the floor. You want to see that. You get that turnover. You want to run like your life depends on it. Nice look there.
And turning defense into offense off the turnover is Max Prosper looking to connect on the three-point play. Jacob Johnson called for the first foul. Golden Eagles up by 3.
Best case scenario for Marquette. Coming out, getting an one opportunity to get into their pressure defense. See how the Sharks handle this.
That's R.J. Green, who will be asked to handle a much heavier load tonight. The Sharks are without their starting point guard, Trey Wood, who is nursing a groin injury. We'll see what the freshman from the Bronx is able to do. Here's Jake Cook with the pump fake. Shot clock winding down. Here's Jacob Johnson with the pull-up. Fourth shot, that's off the mark. Good defense by the Golden Eagles here early.
Yeah, they're getting after, contesting all looks.
Ighodaro looking for Mitchell. Can't get it through, but it will remain Marquette ball.
I didn't think Jacob Johnson was going to get his hand on that ball. Nice reaction there late to prevent an easy deuce.
LIU in the white uniforms tonight. Marquette Golden Eagles sporting the turquoise uniforms, and it's a meaning behind that as Cam Jones get the scoop to go.
Man, I thought Cam Jones was off balance there. Regathered himself nicely. Came back to his strong hand with the finish.
And it's not always on the offensive end where you're trying to dictate the pace. Marquette coming out with a press, trying to speed LIU up on the other end as well.
They are, and what that press is doing, even if they don't get a steal from it, Telly, they are taking some valuable time off each shot clock possession.
Johnson with a good move down low, getting the Sharks on the board. Here's Mitchell. Once again, the Golden Eagles rocking the turquoise uniforms, part of their N7 initiative. And the turquoise color holds a significant symbolic prestige and power in many Native American communities, and it's part of the Marquette Golden Eagles support of the Native American community. Another turnover by the Sharks. Here comes Mitchell, and he is fouled by R.J. Green.
Now, that would normally be a pretty good foul, Telly, because that stopped the fast break opportunity. But R.J. Green is going to be counted upon so much tonight. Good swarming defense there by Marquette to force yet another turnover.
Tyler Kolick engineering the offense, drops it off to Iguodala, and he goes in for the nice layup there.
That's tough action to cover there. That's a rub, almost a banana cut off of a ball exchange. Well done by Marquette.
LIU near turnover. Burns over to Johnson. Jacob Johnson with another drive. Looking for Njai. And Sheck Njai can't handle the pass.
Look at this banana curl there. That's tough for Njai to guard Iguodala coming off of that curl. That's such an unusual play there. Well done by the Golden Eagles.
LIU with 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of this game as Iguodala goes back to the well. Nice bank shot off the window there for Iguodala.
Also, understanding he's got a quickness advantage in the post.
Here's Green trying to get something going for the Sharks offense. Marquette been all up in their grill so far.
That's what they want to do. You see Shaka Smart playing defense himself on the sideline.
Here's Keon Burns. Tough shot. He gets it to go.
Keon Burns, one of the few players that I've seen from LIU that can get his own shot when he needs it.
Oh. There's Prosper. He's fouled by Jake Cook. And he will head to the free throw line for 2.
LIU's got to understand that if they score, if there's a turnover, it doesn't matter. They've got to get their track shoes on and get back down and try to get set up defensively, because Marquette's coming right back at them every single time, make or miss.
And they're getting good looks at the basket so far, 4 for 6 from the field. And this is Prosper's second trip to the line. He drains the first free throw.
But you got 3 turnovers already for LIU, so playing right in the hands of the Golden Eagles. That pressure really bothering them early.
And checking into the ball game is Marquette's leading scorer, David Joplin, and freshman Sean Jones. And you haven't seen Sean Jones play yet so far. I'm telling you, he is quick as a hiccup, and if you blink, you may miss him.
Yeah, well, I like to see that. I'd love to see undersized guys. They have to play harder because they've got a size disadvantage. But if he can use that speed and that strength of his to his advantage, plays well for the Golden Eagles.
Here's Cook. Over to Njai. Excuse me. That's Amadou Fall. Can't get it to go. And here's Jones. His first shot attempt is blocked.
Amadou Fall's going to have to figure out very quickly. He's not going to go through Iguodala right there.
And Jacob Johnson is fouled, and he appears to be shaken up, but he's fine, and we'll take our first break. 11-4 with 15:38 to go in the first half. Marquette up 7 here in the early going at Fiserv Forum. And as we take a look at Tyler Kolick, he has been dropping dimes like it's been hot so far this season. 31 so far on the young season, but that's good enough for second in the country, first in the Big East season.
Yeah, and he's picking up right where he left off last season, leading the Big East in assists. And you may see him on television, and he looks kind of put together, but when you see him in person, he is really well built, strong, can get into the paint, causes a lot of problems for opposing defense.
Kolick coming off an 11-assist game against Purdue, 2 so far here tonight, as Johnson knocks down the first free throw.
We got to remind our fans, the Long Island Sharks are without their point guard, Trey Wood. So it's going to be interesting to see how LIU deals with this pressure defense from Marquette.
And the sophomore from Minneapolis, Johnson, knocks down both free throws. Here's Iguodaro off the back of the iron. Chase Ross kicks it out to Joplin. Joplin, 3-ball counted.
Picking up right where he left off from Purdue. Red hot from three-point land. And you know what? Tell you, he's taking good looks. He's not forcing the situation. His teammates are looking for him.
Another turnover by the Sharks. As David Joplin knocks down another 3, 5 for 7 from three-point land against the Boilermakers en route to 21 points, 9 rebounds off that Golden Eagles bench.
Oh, nice steal.
Good turn, good steal by R.J. Green. Green all the way to the cup. A little out of control. Here's Johnson for the cleanup. He gets another bucket. Jacob Johnson providing the scoring for the Sharks so far with 6 of the Long Island 8 points.
Sean Jones from Marquette's got to be more sure-handed with that rock. He can't be too loose with the basketball like that.
And there's the other Jones, Cam Jones. Get that swatted away. It will remain Marquette basketball. But going back to Sean Jones, the freshman is starting to realize this is a different level. Things are going to be a lot faster. Guys are stronger, and he's going to have to protect the ball better at this level.
Well, you know, he just kind of loosened the rock.
And there's Jones on the curl. Jones to Jones connection. Cam Jones get the layup to go.
I'm telling you, LIU's going to have to do something different. That banana cut is difficult if you do not switch to defend.
A little soft press by the Golden Eagles. Take some time off the clock.
Already down to 10 in this possession.
Here's Johnson driving. Gadar steps up. Nice save there. Here's Green. Baseline jumper can't go. There's Burns on the follow-up. LIU getting a couple of second chances there, but good block by Chase Ross. And that is deflected off of LIU Marquette basketball.
Take a look at this, Taylor. You see this cut where it comes up and it's like a shape of a banana. And LIU has got to figure out, are they going to hard hedge or are they going to switch that? Because the way that they're playing it right now, Marquette will probably go to that action almost every time down.
Zach Reitzel and Ben Gold seeing their first action for the Golden Eagles tonight, number 10 and number 21 respectively, as another foul is called. That is the 4th team foul for LIU.
Wow, that's a tough break. I thought Jay Cook was in really good position, put his hands straight up, and Joplin got the benefit of the call. See Rod Strickland over there talking to Jamie Luckey, asking him about that last play.
Joplin knocks down his 3. He knocked down his first three-pointer of the night. All 5 of his threes on Tuesday were in a row in the second half, so that means he has now hit his last 6 three-pointers.
So you're trying to save the look. Got some microwave in him, huh?
He might be on a little heater, but we'll see.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
As the Sharks once again have no trouble breaking Marquette's press, but Marquette is really in their face when they have the basketball.
Well, the Golden Eagles, and Shaka Smart has done this everywhere he's gone. Defensively, they almost want to be kneecap to kneecap. And they want to close the space where guys are more comfortable. And so See right there, Jones is up in him, forcing him one direction.
Cook with the 3 attempt. And it's Chase Ross with the rebound. Ross, the freshman out of Dallas, Texas. Now, he has some sneaky ups, too. You may want to keep an eye on number 5. The lefty right now driving to the cup, finds Ben Gold, and Gold is called for the travel.
Wow, I thought he put it down before he moved.
Yeah, that move seemed like it was a pretty good move there.
And he's gonna be important. Take a look up.
Down.
Yeah, I thought he put it down.
Yeah, really don't see where the travel occurred.
Yeah, he got a tough break there, but he's gonna be key for Marquette.
Sharks trying to get it across the timeline, having trouble. Another turnover. Here's Ross over to Joplin. Is it 7 in a row? You bet you it is.
Excellent job by Joplin first, but overall, just this Golden Eagles defense really.
Back down to Amadou Fall and Johnson there for the cleanup.
Nice response by the Sharks there. Beating that pressure. If a team's going to press up like that, you've got to make them pay.
Jones long on the 3.
Sean Jones knew he was coming out of the game, so he put up a heat there. I ain't mad at the young fella.
That was Marco Militic who was checked in the game for the Sharks, number 24. And the Golden Eagles are a little sloppy with the ball now. Another turnover for Marquette. But reinforcement is coming into the game as Tyler Kolick is looking to check back in. And if there's anyone that has shown that he can take care of the ball, that's the guy. As Jake Cook puts up another 3. That's long and out of bounds. And with that, we've reached another break. 21-10, Marquette up here in the early going. Big Ten was starting to look like they were going to have their way, but the Big East picked up another win here tonight. St. John's over Nebraska by 20.
And that game, Nebraska was up in the first half, so that's quite a comeback for St. John's. Nice victory for them.
We continue action here. Kolick and Stevie Mitchell back in the game. This is Weitzel down low. Zach Weitzel. Back out to Kolick. Kolick for 3. You can count that one, and that's something you want to see more from Kolick here tonight, Chief.
No, that's a great sign for Marquette, because if he can stretch the defense out with his ability to penetrate, that really helps Marquette.
Here's Militic. He answers with a 3.
Yeah, Militic can shoot that thing. Leading scorer for the Sharks, coming off the bench because he's so proficient on the 3-point line.
There's Mitchell on the drive. Caught up, trying to find Ben Gold, and Gold can't handle on to it. Remains Marquette ball with 15 to shoot.
Marquette has high hopes for Ben Gold at 6'9", can really space the floor. Gives him a unique look when he can come in and play the 5.
And Gold took a unique route to get to Marquette. He's the first New Zealand native from the NBA Global Academy in Australia to sign with the NCAA D1 program. As Prosper gets that one down low, and he's going to make that one every single time.
Well, it's point blank, and nice job on the penetration there by Stevie Mitchell. Sweet dime.
As Marquette continues their hot shooting, 64% from the field so far, playing good defense down this end, but that's Green following up his own shot.
R.J. Green fortunate, because you're not typically going to score against this Marquette defense with one pass and going one-on-one.
Oh, Max Prosper stepping out for the 3 ball.
Well, he's playing with a lot of confidence tonight. No hesitation whatsoever on those jumpers.
There's another turnover. Here's Prosper. This time he takes it in a little closer, and he's fouled. He'll head back to the free throw line.
Omax had some ill intentions that time. It was like he was trying to go for the home run.
And I think the defender saw the same thing in his eyes.
Yeah. Like he was going for keeps. I like that.
Yes, he was, and that's the second personal foul by R.J. Green, and the Sharks will definitely have to be careful with that. Once again, their starting point guard, Trey Wood, is injured, and Green, a freshman from the Bronx, will be seeing a lot of time tonight, and they will need him on the floor as he will exit the game with 2 early fouls here.
So I think Keon Burns is going to have to run a little bit of point guard here, so it'd be really interesting to see with Trey Wood right there on the bench. It'll be interesting to see how they can handle this pressure.
And Steven, you had a chance to talk to Trey during shoot-around, and there were some things that he said to you that just impressed you, even though that he's not playing tonight, as that is a 10-second violation as the press continues to cause problems for the Sharks.
Well, he was really hopeful that his team wouldn't get intimidated by this venue and going up against Marquette. So, you know, he's trying to give his guys some confidence, but they got to take better care of the basketball.
There's only so much you can do in street clothes.
That's true. Good point.
Kolick finds Cam Jones. Can't get that layup to go as that's deflected. Here comes Burns the other way. It's a good spin move. Lefty. A little out of control, but call for the loose ball foul.
Again, you're not going to score against strong defense with 0 passes. He came up the floor, made a couple moves. Everybody's in the lane. You got to trust your system. Move the basketball, move the defense.
Yeah, now, if that was his coach going into the lane like that, then he probably would have scored as Gold steps out. As we all know the game Rod Strickland had, it was just magical.
Oh,
he was on the
best finishing point guard in NBA history that was underneath the rim. Derrick Rose is the best finisher above the rim at the point guard position.
And that is Njai. Called for the travel, kind of pulled the chair from underneath him there. As Shek Njai, take another look, trying to get something going. May have stepped on Gold's foot.
That's exactly what happened. Resulting in the 9th turnover for LIU. It'll be tough to stay in this game, coughing up the rock like that. I know there's a lot of pressure, but they were pretty consistent in their shoot-around and how to attack the pressure. I guess it's one thing to go and shoot around. It's another thing to face a Gold Eagle.
That's right. As Jake Cook is called for his second foul, and he would exit the ball game. Number 11, Noble Crawford, checks in for the Sharks, the sophomore from Orlando, Florida, wearing number 11 for LIU.
Now, Crawford's got some hops now, though. If he catch the ball near the rim, don't be surprised he put somebody on the post. Watching him early, right? Like, okay, that fella's got some hops.
Golden Eagles been in control since the tip. Telly Hughes, Stephen Bardo from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. LIU breaks the press, and that's the guy you want the ball in his hands. That's Marco Milicic for another 3.
Nice job by the Sharks that time. Using the pass, not trying to dribble through the pressure.
And that's Stevie Mitchell. Foul on the floor, called by Milicic.
Look at that bullet cross-court pass. The defense can't respond in time, and Milicic makes the 3 look like a layup.
Marquette is now in the bonus after LIU's 18th foul. Stevie Mitchell steps up, can't get the first one to go. Starts with the rebound. Here's Jacob Johnson breaking the press. And there's the guy, Noble Crawford, and he's fouled. And he looked like he got up there with ease.
Oh, I'm telling you. Crawford, he got some hops now. Next time, they better get him before he gets off the ground, because he might, I'm telling you, he'll have posted for sale at halftime.
You're saying that knee brace is more like a pogo stick, huh?
Well, I think that knee brace is just precautionary, because it's not keeping him from getting off the floor.
Crawford can't connect on the first free throw. Iguodaro charged with his first personal foul. (32-19). Goes in on the 8-minute mark. Iguodaro fouled by Njai.
Now you see how fast Marquette got into the lane. That was a made free throw. And in 4 seconds, Iguodaro has drawn a foul and gotten to the free throw line. That's excellent offensive execution by Marquette.
Njai charged for his second personal foul.
Tell you what, Taylor, Marquette is really sharing the basketball. They got 9 assists on 10 made field goals. That's what a coach really likes to see, and that's will keep your hair intact. You know what I mean? Start pulling your hair out, man, when the ball starts flying everywhere.
Iguodaro, as you saw, averaging 13 points on the season, but he's coming off a 5 assists, a career best against Purdue. So you're starting to see him mature and his IQ go up, knowing what passes to make and when to make them, as Marquette comes up with the near steal.
That was an excellent play because Iguodaro went with his left hand to get the deflection. If he goes with his right hand, he might have picked up a foul. Excellent defensive technique there.
Here's Johnson. Over to Crawford. Crawford with the pump fake. Down the Fall. Good look, good find, good finish by Fall.
Great pass by Crawford. I'm telling you, he's had some positive minutes off the bench.
Here's Kolek looking for someone, but he will get charged for the hook. Offensive foul, Tyler Kolek. And with that, we'll head to break 33-21 as Amadou Fall tries to cut it to that Marquette.
Where the Marquette Golden Eagles are getting after it. You see the deflection sign, 14 deflections leading to 5 steals. Exactly what Shaka Smart wants to see, Telly. And they're getting after it. Double team, coming up with the loose ball, initiates a fast break. See right there, trying to dribble through the pressure, not good. Yet another turnover, going back at Omax Prosper. Trying to put folks on a captain poster there. Excellent job, 5 steals by the Marquette Golden Eagles.
And Shaka Smart loves to see those. That's why he keeps that deflection tally. He loves to see active hands. We want to see the guys really get on the ball and create a lot of ball pressure in order to speed up LIU in hopes to create a lot of those turnovers.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you keep a deflection total, it gives the guys something to really look at. You're not talking abstract. You're talking things that are measurable. So those are one of the measurables that he utilizes. I remember going way back when Shaka Smart was at VCU, and he would show videos while the guys were eating of hyenas going after lions to get that tenacity. And he's a very visual coach. And so he imparts a lot of wisdom through visual.
And his team has really picked up on what he's been trying to get across. Iguodaro with the block.
You know, pressure's doing a really good job on Jacob Johnson. It's really speeding him up. Iguodaro comes over on the help side without fouling. That's the key. He's done really well here in the first half defensively.
And that's his second block as Crawford's off the mark. Iguodaro snares the rebound. Here's Jones from deep. Can't get it to go. Joplin up, falls hard. Fouled on the play.
Cam Jones, I know we're in the NBA arena, but boy, he shot that one first. Wauwatosa.
The Big East All-Freshman. He was named to the Big East All-Freshman team. Had a great season in his first year under Shaka Smart, shooting the ball as a freshman. Finished 14th in the Big East in 3-pointers per game. Joplin gets the first free throw to go as he still shaking off that fall.
Yeah, but you know what, Telly, that orange rock right there. It's got some medicine in it. You can be hurt all you want to, but if you got a chance to score some points, you get well really quick.
As Marquette continues to pressure, Sharks break it. Miletich trying to make it 3 for 3 off the mark. It will remain LIU basketball.
Well, I think the Sharks have figured out how they want to break this pressure. That's the second cross-court pass that we've seen over to Marco Miletich for a three-point look. We're starting to figure this pressure out a little bit.
Here's Burns. Paul on the dive to the bucket. And that's Iguodaro. And this is my block party. You in Milwaukee, homie. Jones. Oh, ducks it in. Also Iguodaro doing it on both ends of the court.
Nice job by Jones, rewarding the big fella for his effort.
Johnson the ball, trying to work the two-man game up high, but look at Iguodaro on the help. Down to Crawford.
Well, also Iguodaro is getting it done. Great job there on the block. And it comes back on the ball screen action. Beautiful feed from Jones. And a nice finish. He is oh so nice right here.
Absolutely. Run to the rim. Good things are going to happen.
And you notice that he can initiate the fast break with his ball handling ability. He is so important to this attack.
Here's Johnson being harassed. Double team. He's in a bad spot now. And that will lead to another turnover. Marquette really turning up the heat on the defensive end.
Yeah. Yes, they are. And they're doing a great job of getting guys. That's the Coffin's corner right there. You cannot pick the basketball up at that 5-serve form sign. There's nowhere else to go. You got to maintain your dribble, or you got to get it out before the double team comes.
That's the Sharks' 10th turnover. Marquette looking to pay it off on this end. Joplin with the good move.
Well, I know his first name is David, but he reminds me of Scott Joplin, the king of ragtime. That's too old school for you.
That is that. With Joplin with 12 early points, and Jones gets the goal. And that is going to force a timeout by Rod Strickland and the Sharks, as he doesn't want this to get too far away from him. Marquette up 20.
I mean, Joplin is slow motion, but it doesn't matter. Get to the bucket, the nice Euro step, and then Jones looking for the defender. A little tricky at the bucket. Nice finish.
Marquette on an 8-0 run. David Joplin with 12 points off the bench so far. But you have to say the story so far in this first half has to be Marquette's defense.
No doubt about it. You're talking about 11 turnovers where they had 15. LIU had 15 in their last game. They've got 11 already, and we still got a lot of time left in the first half. So they're not really doing a good job of handling the pressure. And again, we have to remind our viewers that they're without their point guard, Trey Wood. Now, will they have half as many turnovers? We don't know. But I think they would handle it a little bit better than what they're doing right now. And credit Marquette for they've either make or miss field goal, make or miss free throw. They're putting the pressure on the Sharks.
It's been all about speed for the Marquette Golden Eagles so far tonight.
Oh, I love seeing that. Nice job by our camera crew picking up Trey Wood, trying to encourage R.J. Green, who has 2 fouls on the bench.
And that's turnover number 12 for the Sharks.
He's got to be eating him up, Telly, knowing that he would make a difference in this scenario. Trying to encourage his young teammates to keep their confidence up.
Redshirt senior from Largo, Maryland. Unable to play in this one, but definitely wishes he can help his teammates out tonight. As David Joplin tries another 3, that's all. And he can say, that's my first miss in 2 games.
That's true. Started the year 0-5 and has been 17 of 26 since. Miletich
short on that 3-inch.
I mean, who can also handle the rock and make a decision like that?
Joplin, another attempt. The one thing you can say about David Joplin, the biggest difference I see in him in his sophomore season with Marquette is he's just shooting the ball with so much more confidence. His first year seemed like he was always kind of unsure of himself, not knowing when to shoot. But now he knows what a good shot looks like, and he's been able to convert on most of them he's taken.
But unfortunately, that last one wasn't a good look.
That wasn't a good look.
He's back from the bench. Shaka didn't particularly care for that attempt. But before that, I agree with you.
Here's Johnson. Down low to Ball. Ball looking for Crawford. Oh, he can't get that one to go. And now I realize who he reminds me of. Gerald Green. The way he can just get up like that on a dime. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we both had some bitter beer faces over here, boy. That was nasty. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'm sure the Golden Eagles have been put on notice now.
Yeah, he may not have anybody jumping at him the rest of the game.
Goal. Good defense right there against the freshman Green. Freshman on freshman there has been Gold back into this ball game. And it's Reitzel off the mark for the Golden Eagles. As they continue to hustle on the defensive end, Stevie Mitchell helping come up with that deflection. As we almost had a showstopper here from Noble Crawford. Just can't get it to go. But maybe we'll get a chance to see another one the rest of the way. Had a really good first half. Stuffing the stat sheet is Oso Ighodaro.
Well, he's doing a great job, and the numbers speak for themselves. 7 points, 3 blocks, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. But it's the intangibles telling. The 6'9", I don't want to call him a post player because he's bringing the ball up. He's doing everything. And when you have a guy that is that versatile, it really gives you a lot of flexibility in what you're trying to do on the offensive end.
And it seems like he's getting more confidence handling the ball, coming off a career-best 5 assists against Purdue on Tuesday. And you got a guy 6'9" that can handle the ball and also can block shots. That is a deadly weapon for the Marquette Golden Eagles moving forward this season.
Oh. R.J. Green picks up his 3rd foul. I think he felt like he was on the gridiron. He ran right through the chest of Stevie Mitchell.
And that may just be a young freshman mistake, not understanding how important it is for his team to have him on the floor as much as possible tonight.
Look at this. I mean, he ran right through Mitchell. And I think he's a little bit frustrated trying to match the intensity of Golden Eagles, but you got to be a little bit smarter than that. You know, hopefully RJ will learn from this experience that, you know, without your leading point guard, you got to, like you said, Taylor, you got to stay on the floor. Sometimes you got to give things up so that you don't go sit on the bench.
Because you really can't help your team while you're sitting on the bench.
Well, now you got 0 point guards on the floor going up against this intense pressure.
Here's Marco Milicic. Attempted another 3.
Wow. Man.
He can flat out shoot the rock.
Yes, he can. And all he's trying to do is create space to get that off.
There's Jones with the strong move. Sean Jones, the freshman, taking it to the cup strong. Here, turnover there. Get the ball in Milicic's hand. Step back.
Yeah, that was a poor attempt. You don't have to shoot it every time you get it.
Right in the lane. Milicic. Here's Burns the other way. Keon Burns. Ball off of his hands. That is going the other way. As we take a look at strong, quick, freshman point guard in Sean Jones.
Well, you see, Jacob Johnson, I don't know what happened. He either lost his balance or went for a ball fake and allowed Jones an open alley all the way to the bucket.
Here's Gold for three, in and out.
It's a good look for Gold, though.
LIU
drop
ball.
on him, but I like that look. Little read off of the ball exchange, pops open. He's keep looking at that with confidence.
This has been the difference in the ball game so far. Marquette's defense forcing 13 turnovers so far. And Marquette has only turned the ball over 4 times. As that three is off the mark once again. As Millett is checking his hand, I'm not sure if...
Nothing wrong with your hand. You just try to air a ball. You're all right.
Something had to get on it.
No, but look, watch this. As soon as he gets the ball back, I bet he'll be okay. I'm telling you, that rock has medicine in it, man. Whatever is ailing you or messing with you, whenever you get that ball in your hand, everything is okay.
Everything's okay. Here's Chase Ross. Over to goal.
Oh, good defense by Milicic.
Looking to give it up. Gets it caught on his head. He's an off for the travel violation.
It looked like Marco was in a position that he wasn't really comfortable in. He, gotta stay in the game. I think he was trying to pick it up. The defense collapsed on him at the last second.
He was trying to get it over to Crawford, but there was just no passing lane available. He ends up traveling with the basketball. Here's Cam Jones. To the lane. Old Max Prosper has had a solid first half, but that's Jacob Johnson. Good steal, and Prosper called for the foul with the block attempt from behind.
Well, Jacob Johnson evaded Kolick, but I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good block. I thought Prosper,
even for it to be on the elbow.
I thought he may have come down a little bit, Tilly, but looked like he just went straight up with the block. Just tough break for Marquette. I like Prosper. Active, long, athletic body. Plays with a high motor on both ends of the floor.
That's Prosper's first personal foul. Johnson can't connect on the second free throw. 45-24. Joplin off of that three. 90 seconds to go in this first half. Been dominated by the Golden Eagles. And that's Njai. Can't get it down low to go for.
Milicic had a nice dime there. I like what he did.
Iguodaro going up, and Njai is called for the push. That is his third personal foul. Tough foul to pick up with less than a minute and a half to go in this first half.
Yeah, he didn't want Iguodaro having a highlight reel there, but again, you got to be cognizant. He gets a dunk, but you're still in the game. Now you pick up the third foul, and that's going to affect you the rest of the way.
Iguodaro connects on the first free throw. Amadou Fall will check back in place of Njai.
Well, I understand what's going on with the Sharks, because when you're playing against a team that plays a style that Marquette does, they speed you up. So when things look open and all of a sudden they're not. And LIU has not seen pressure like this. So you're sped up. When you do get an open look, you're rushing it.
Jacob, the three attempt. Here's Iguodaro handling it like he's been doing it his whole life. Finds Joplin. Joplin back up to Cam Jones. He thought about the three. Marquette resets. Good to shoot. Over to Cam Jones. Jones for three. Off the back of the iron. Heading the other way.
Keon Burns did an excellent job of flying at Cam Jones, getting him off the catch, and the look made him put it on the deck. And that's all you can really do. Run a guy off a catch and shoot three. You've done your job.
And that was also tough because Jones had to jump up and get the ball, so he was landing and then had to regather himself. Johnson.
Oh, you can't give the ball up with that 5 short amount of time.
Here's Burns. Keon Burns off the mark. There Jones checks the clock. Pulls up. Barely off the mark. But that's about the only thing that didn't go for the Golden Eagles so far in this first half. Marquette having their way in the first 20 minutes of this ball game. It's Marquette 47, LIU 24 at the half here at Fiserv Forum. Is your halftime scores to get you set for the second half. Let's take a look at our leading scores. It was Omax Prosper leading the way for the Golden Eagles with 13 points. David Joplin with 12 off the bench.
Prosper and Joplin doing an outstanding job, but Iguodaro has his fingerprints all over this game in the first half.
Defensive turnovers were the storylines of the first half for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Now we'll see if they're able to bring that same defensive intensity in the second half.
Marquette did something that we hadn't seen yet. They started out in a zone defense and then switched to a man-to-man midway through the defensive possession. That is very hard to do.
LIU can't connect on their first attempt. Iguodaro back down low. No answers for him down there.
No, too quick and too long, Telly. Oh, nice double here, half-court line.
3 attempt by Milicic. Can get the corner 3 ball to go. Here's Oleg. Can't connect on his second 3-point attempt. And that is out of bounds on Prosper.
Well, you see the lob right there, and Iguodaro, nice decision. Didn't try to make a tough catch and shoot. Comes down, gathers himself, uses the rim to protect the layup.
And as the Golden Eagles did the entire first half, they applied some backcourt pressure, and it has done just enough to cause the Sharks problems that have led to those 14 first half turnovers.
Well, Shaka Smart likes to jump on teams, especially when they get a few turnovers, they get a few buckets, they get the tempo up the way they want. Expect Marquette to really continue that pressure, because he'd like to get up in the 90s or even the 100s here tonight.
Golden Eagles looking to bounce back after a tough road loss, their first road game of the season in West Lafayette on Tuesday, falling to the Boilermakers 75-70, and here's Omax Prosper finishing with the left hand. It's a good, strong move, making the adjustment in the air. As Coach Strickland calls a timeout, he does not want this to get out of hand too early here in this second half. Another turnover, and it's Prosper being prosperous at the rim. Welcome back to Milwaukee. The Golden Eagles have started the second half on a mini 4-0 run to increase their lead to 51-24 over LIU.
Well, I know there's times when Rod Strickland would like to put a jersey on and help his team out to break this pressure. Marquette has been very good here.
Milicic, catch and shoot. A little short arm that one. Here's Stevie Mitchell.
I like the decision by Mitchell.
Iguodaro over to Prosper. Prosper with the strong finish.
Nice unselfish play there. Iguodaro, I thought, could have taken it himself, but nice pocket pass.
Here's Johnson. Looking for Njai.
Look at that shovel pass there. I thought Iguodala was going up himself. Sweet dime.
The Sharks' scoreless streak is approaching 6 minutes now without a field goal by LIU. Iguodala off the mark. Sharks looking to get something on the offensive end. They have yet to score in the second half. Cam Jones is called for the foul. Maybe it was a shoe that got called for the foul. It looks like there's something else.
Lucky made a technical foul move. Oh, it's a flop. Yeah.
Yes. Something you rarely see.
Well, they're really calling that this year. And it was a warning last season. This year, the first time they see it, they call a technical foul.
And that's actually a good call.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good call.
Yeah, Jamie Lucky's been around for a while. He knows what he's doing.
Here's Johnson on the drive. Good defense by Jones. That's short.
Jacob Johnson's trying too hard, telling he's got to let the game come to him more. You know, you're in a scoreless streak, but you can't get it all back in one possession. Prosper connects on the three. That's a good sign for Omax. He wasn't pleased with his effort in the last game, but he's come out here tonight and been confident and aggressive.
You see the run is up to 23-4. As the Eagles continue to apply the pressure. Jones to Prosper.
What a fantastic flush. Ooh. They must have worked on that.
It definitely looked like it was orchestrated well there.
Oh, my goodness.
But you almost was like, hold on, Jones, what are you doing here?
Yeah. You saw Prosper trailing nicely. Great timing on the hookup.
There's Miletich. The Sharks need a basket bad, and they still can't connect from the field.
You can tell the team is missing their point guard. Just out of sync. Can't get into what they want to get into. Hurried looks. And Marquette is extending that defense.
Miletich able to follow up his own miss. Here's Jones. That's blocked by Johnson.
Great hustle by Jacob Johnson.
There's R.J. Green. Like he's had a tough time just really getting into the floor of the offense all night tonight. Miletich with the pump fake. Gathers himself. He's able to connect on that one with a little time and space.
That was as good as offensive execution in the half court that we've seen from the Sharks all night long.
We're coming up on a timeout, and once we do, the Marquette Golden Eagles will have a shift change. 5 in, 5 out for Shaka Smart on the next whistle. And that's Omax Prosper called for the foul, but he's had one heck of a night. Prosper, 2 of his career high, 22 points, coming with flash and swag. And a lot of that lead was built on the back of Omax Prosper, who has tied a career high with 22 points.
Well, the good thing is that his teammates are looking for it, Kelly, so you know, when you have the hot hand, you want your guys to kind of find you. And they've done an excellent job of that. Jones with an off-the-glass pass to Omax with a little flair that I'm not sure that Shaka Smart was too keen on. He had a nice little conversation with Jones outside of the team huddle. So don't expect to see that at least the rest of this game.
But one thing Coach Smart has to be keen on is the efficiency by Omax. 7 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point land, 6 or 7 from the free throw line.
Well, what happens is when you initiate playing hard on the defensive end, the ball finds you. The ball finds energy. The coaches try to tell players all the time that
There's the inside down low. Gold with the block. The freshman from New Zealand coming up with the block. Getting some time here. Rice to the rim.
Rice needs that for his confidence. He's really struggled with that. So now he's got an open look. So now, zone defense now for Marquette. They did it one time, they switched back into man, but this time they're trying to switch, but they got caught up.
And Johnson makes him pay with the 3-ball.
That's really tough to do. What Shaka's trying to get his team to switch out of that zone into a man in the same possession. You don't see many teams in college basketball try that.
Zach Reitzel connecting the last possession. Like you said, Stephen, he wants to get his confidence up. This is the NIAIA Player of the Year that has made his way into the Marquette program. And Jones long on the 3-ball, Joplin with the hustle.
But Joplin, good effort. He got his hand on that long rebound because it was coming right to a shark. He was able to get his hand on it to maintain the possession.
There's Jones with the defender off his feet. Here's Joplin with 3 to shoot. Spinning around, jumping from the free throw line. That's all. Tough shot. Good defense by the Sharks.
There was good defense, and that's not necessarily Joplin's game.
Jake Cook with the pump fake. Long, but you want to see him shoot the ball more. They're going to need some offensive production from Jake Cook.
Yeah, Cook, he looked, that was right on line. That was halfway down. He was a little gun shy in the first half, but right now, you got to get your looks.
Ross with an open 3 look. Takes Ross off the mark. Second chance opportunity for Marquette. Ball will stay on this end.
Boy, Reitzel went after that ball. Milicic looked like he had it. Reitzel was not going to be denied. Coming up with that loose ball. Nice hustle.
Milicic charged with his second personal foul.
Hallmark of Shaka Smart's team. Second, third efforts will compound over the length of a game.
Here's Jones. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Joplin with it. With 5 to shoot on the baseline. In trouble. Kicks it out to Jones. Jones pump fake. Gets it off the buzzer. And it's good. Sean Jones connects on the 3-ball. Joplin with the assist.
Jones, that was pretty cool. Jab step, 1 bounce into a 3. Gahana, Ohio native. Looking good here.
And did not look rushed, even though the shot clock was at 1.
Well, these guys have an internal clock in their head, and that's a shot that he's very comfortable with. You can tell. The jab step into the left, get his rhythm bounce. Nice follow through, a nice bucket.
It's nothing like adding a winner to your program, and that's exactly what Shaka Smart did with Sean Jones in high school. He led his team to 71-8 record over 3 years as a starter.
I tell you what, that's getting it done right there.
He knows and is used to winning. As Gold thinks about the 3, gets it back out. They get back in their set. Jones with the baseline move. Here's Joplin. Thinks about the 3. Drives. Leaves his feet. Offensive foul. Jake Cook standing in, taking the charge. David Joplin called with the offensive foul. We had the break. Golden Eagles still up 30. LIU, Stephen Bardo, Marquette up 30, and it's been a career night for old Max Prosper, who has shown he can do almost everything on the basketball court tonight.
And it's good to see his effort, Telly. He started out playing hard on the defensive end, and the ball found him nicely with the effort and the energy that he displayed. Only 2 of 5 last game at Purdue, and so to see him come out tonight and match his career high is really a good sign for he and the Golden Eagles, because come Big East play, he's going to be an integral part to what they're trying to do.
And if they can do that on the offensive end and keep this defensive tenacity up, Marquette is going to be a team to watch out for come Big East season. As Joplin deflects that out.
You know, one of the things I really like about Shaka Smart and his staff, when they teach their players, when there is ball exchange or ball action like that, they teach them to slap down. And so a lot of times they're able to get deflections and cause turnovers.
Active hands all the time as Green goes all the way to the basket, and it's Chase Ross called for the foul, his second.
R.J. Green went strong that time to the bucket. Almost got an and one opportunity.
Green short on his first free throw attempt of the night. 1 for 6 from the field. The freshman from the Bronx has 2 points. Make it 3. And Stephen, as you have harped on several times throughout this telecast, the Marquette Golden Eagles only want 4 seconds to lapse off the clock. Make or miss free throw, they want to get the ball on the offensive end for that mid-goal, connecting with the 3 ball.
Well, Marquette wants to get more possessions in the game, so they want to speed up. They want to keep the pressure on LIU, make or miss. And tell you what, it has an accumulative effect. Big East teams know it all so well.
There's Green. He's stripped this time by Ross, who's called for the foul, and they're going to go up as Reitzel can't connect with Ross.
Well, Shaka mind the effort there. Didn't connect on the pass. They slapped the floor. That's to pick up the defensive intensity. You see the Golden Eagles really activated here. Beautiful job playing the post by Gold.
Good move by Green as he's sandwiched between a couple of Marquette defenders. Chase Ross is called for the foul. Another line change for the Golden Eagles. Be 5 in and 5 out for Shaka Smart.
You know what? I like what I see from R.J. Green. You're talking about 6'6" freshman. And he looked like he got a little angry that time. He got to the paint yet again and gets to the line.
You gotta like this fight from this Sharks team. The score is not indicative of their effort.
No.
They're putting a good effort out there. It's just Marquette is putting a better effort out there.
Well, they're outmanned, and they're undersized in almost every position. They don't have the depth that Marquette has. So, you know, this is going to be a learning experience for them.
1 of 2 from the line for Green. Making a 66-35 ball game. Jones says, nah, add 3 more to that lead.
Well, R.J. Green, we're talking good about it, but he makes a freshman mistake. Got to go over the screen with a 3-point shooter like Jones.
Burns answers with the 3. Here's Marquette pushing the pace once again. Prosper with the drive.
Goodness gracious.
Out to Jones. Jones to Mitchell. Mitchell corner 3.
Max Prosper got away with a tight end block there.
Here's Prosper. Over to Jones. Another opportunity for the Eagles, and they connect on this one. Stevie Mitchell. A nice little scoop layup to go.
Stevie Mitchell has quietly had a nice game. Hasn't had a lot of attempts, but he's been stellar on the defensive end and taking advantage of his opportunities when they present themselves.
And here's Max Prosper. Showtime. Now that's an official new career high for Max. He's now up to 24 points.
His teammates love the showtime. Again, I can't state it enough. got a new career high because he's played so hard. He got the hands there on the defense.
And there's the reverse dunk by Max Prosper, who's having himself a career night. But a common theme, this Marquette team has turned good defense into offense all night long. And you're able to do that when you force 19 turnovers, but that doesn't always mean that you're going to convert on those turnovers and turn them into points, but Marquette has been able to do that all night.
They have, and they expected to do that tonight. They wanted to jump on LIU early. They wanted to try to speed things up. I know Shaka said that they slowed down a little bit at the end of that Purdue game, I guess because Purdue kind of changed the tempo on them a little bit. So good to see them get back up into that high-octane attack.
Marquette has built their largest lead of the night. Their lead is now up to 35. With under 10 to go here in the second half. And Marquette has to like the way they've been able to bounce back after a tough road loss on Tuesday, their first road game of the season, a game they felt like they had in hand. Just a few miscues here and there cost them that ball game. But it's nothing like getting back out on the court and correcting those mistakes.
That's true. And, you know, that experience in Mackey Arena, they're not going to be in another arena all season long that's as loud and raucous as Purdue's home court advantage. One of the best in the country. So that will bode well. They'll learn from that and be much better as a result.
Both teams back out with their original starting fives. Jake Cook looking for some offense. Blocking foul called on Prosper.
The second time Jay Cook has had the rock at the perimeter, and he didn't take the shot. He's wide open. Take the shot, young fella. Very fortunate to draw the block there.
Yes, because Prosper was at least 4 feet away from him.
Yeah, I mean, let it go.
Another turnover. Make that number 20 for the Sharks.
Shaka runs and gets the ball. I think sometimes Shaka wants to play. He's in the defensive stance. He's sliding on the sideline. He's getting after it. I heard if he's in the weight room, you shouldn't look at him because he's going to make you work out with him. I mean, he's got a nice build, but he's a lot stronger than he looks.
One of the more animated coaches on the sideline is Prosper. Trying to add to that career high, and does. Make that 26 for old Max.
Max with some Kevin McHale-ish footwork in the post. Let me say Kevin McHale-like. Because you gotta have some footwork to like Kevin McHale. He got away with a carry there, but nice job of keeping his pivot foot down, going with the offhand. Old Max is definitely prospering tonight.
Yes, he is. And Stevie Mitchell called for the personal foul. R.J. Green has been living at the line this second half, which attests to his aggression continuing to attack the basket.
Yeah, he needs to do that. And this is, again, in their conference, they're probably not going to see guards this quick, this strong. So they'll be able to get the tape from this game. Well, I'm showing my age, tape. They'll be able to watch the replay of this game and learn from their mistakes. I know young people at home like, hey.
Here's Mitchell going all the way to the basket. Good defense to distract him from that. Milicic lets it go, and that's it.
Yeah, Milicic ain't looking at his hands right now, is he?
Nothing wrong with his hand now.
Exactly.
Marco Milicic is now 5 for 11 from three-point range. He has 18 points for the Sharks as Mitchell connects on his own three-pointer. Stevie Mitchell getting into that three-point act for the Golden Eagles.
That's the best time to shoot a three-point shot is off an offensive rebound when the defense is scrambling.
Miletich, they're up on him now, slapping down on the ball as Coach Smart has implored his troops to do. Just saw Cam Jones get a deflection, and now he's going to get 2 more points. Cam Jones sliding and gliding all the way to the rim.
He likes holding it in his right and then getting to his left. He likes that little move. Little jelly finish.
Now up to 11 points as Green caught in the air, gets the bucket to go. There's Marquette on the run again.
How demoralizing is that? You get a bucket, but then they go back and get a layup. So now we're in pickup mode right now.
As Burns off the mark. Strong move by Njai. Here's Jones.
Yeah, these guys know they're coming out of the game, so they're putting up some heat checks.
Here's Green. Miletich. Cook steps in. Drains the top of the key jumper there.
He could have been doing that all night. Don't know why he was hesitating. Good looking shot.
Prosper. Oh, man, when it's your night, it is your night.
Yeah. Well, I love that his teammates keep looking for him. That's a sign of a cohesive unit. You got the hot hand, you guys trying to get you going.
You want to talk about having the hot hand. He's only missed 1 shot all night. 3 for 3 from behind the arc. It's Iguodala to Prosper.
Woo. Putting on a show here. Iguodala with the wraparound bounce. The little shovel pass.
However you want it, have it your way. As old Max Prosper is having himself a night. 31 points. 2 of them with some swag. 31 points so far, becoming the first Golden Eagle to eclipse 30 points since Justin Lewis did it back against Seton Hall on January 26, 2022. But oh my goodness, Omax has just been getting it done every way he possibly can. As you take a look at Rod Strickland, we all know Rod Strickland, the all-NBA point guard, New York City Basketball Hall of Famer, former teammate of Stephen Bardo, and he was just simply a magician.
Well,
with the ball.
Best finishing point guard in NBA history, outside of Derrick Rose. And the beauty of it is that Rod didn't dunk, but he said that his and-one layups were like dunks. He would and-one the bigs. He was so crafty and creative at the rim, and one of those New York point guards. He wasn't a point guard, he's a point guy in the line of Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson, Pearl Washington, and tiny Nate Archibald.
For you youngsters out there that don't know Rod Strickland or never seen him play, go check out the footage. It's on YouTube.
Oh, he was a master with the basketball. And he really loves the development of young players. That's why he got this position, Telly, to come in and have a positive effect on these young men in his program.
And he's been around some good college programs. He was an assistant under John Calipari at Memphis and later at Kentucky. His most recent work was with the NBA G League, the G Ignite, before taking this job at Long Island University in Brooklyn. He's home, though. He's home. It's a good opportunity for him to mold more young basketball talent from a place he's from. And they weren't in the Big East back then, but when he was at DePaul, look at those numbers, 20 and 7.
Well,
First team All-American.
They were on WGN every night, so they had national audience with DePaul, and he was one of those guys, him and Dallas Comedies from the Philadelphia area, that came to the Midwest and really helped put DePaul back on the map. Right now, run your stuff, stay as disciplined as you possibly can. You're going to have guys who are going to step outside of themselves a little bit based on the score. I hope Amadou Fall is okay.
Everyone seems to be okay as Coach Strickland calls a timeout.
See Amadou grabbing his elbow.
Oh, but it looks like LIU does not have any timeouts. So the officials are going to figure out if one was called. And we'll figure things out after the break. 87-46 is your score with 4:12 to go in the second half. There was a discrepancy before the timeout that LIU may not have had enough timeouts, but the official came and explained everything.
Yeah, so they LIU calls a timeout with none, and so now it's a two-shot technical foul. Marquette gets 2 free throws, but then LIU will retain possession.
Sean Jones, the freshman, steps up and can't connect on the first technical free throw.
Well, you feel for Amadou Fall there. You know, he's under duress, trying to figure out what to do with the basketball, and your natural inclination is to Chris Webber it.
Yes. The infamous timeout.
Yes.
We're reaching here at 4-minute mark in the second half here at Fiserv Forum. Marquette up handily over LIU.
So I tell you what, this
Green finds himself under the basket by himself. Ross forced to foul. His third personal foul.
Tell you what, boy, we got a doubleheader tomorrow in this Gavitt game. Talking about Indiana at Xavier, the Centos Center. I know you enjoy calling games in the Centos Center.
That's another great environment.
I'm telling you, one of the best in college basketball. And then you got Villanova at Michigan State. Michigan State coming off a huge double overtime victory against Kentucky. I think they might have surprised a few people.
And almost beat Gonzaga.
Exactly. And I guess the surprise player in the country right now is Madi Sissoko, because he held his own against 2 All-Americans, Drew Timme, and also big fella from Kentucky, Oscar Shibwe. Oh, man, I got big fellas, man. Can't forget the player of the year. College basketball.
Here's David Joplin. He gets into the lane. Oh. And that's out of bounds. Amadou Fall deflects it out.
Well, there probably won't be a whole lot more fouls called tonight. Oh, getting low on the crossover, then get the jumper ball.
It's Milicic. He's able to connect. He now has 20 points for the Sharks. Good effort by him. Tijere. Needing a Tijere.
My God, good that up.
Yeah.
I thought he was going in for the layup, but he's coming in with the 99. Oh, man.
Yeah, have to be careful. Bodies on the ground. Everyone seems to be okay.
Yeah, it's good sports.
Let's take a look at Marquette's upcoming schedule. They will head to Fort Myers in their next couple games. As you see, they'll play Mississippi State and either Georgia Tech or Utah.
Quality games there. And you're going to learn a lot more about yourself in a situation like that. know, short turnaround, short prep for the next opponent. So great opportunity for the Golden Eagles.
That'll be part of the Rocket Mortgage tip-off in Fort Myers, Florida. The Golden Eagles will head to Fort Myers on Saturday in preparation.
Oh, nice job.
Good defense, good hustle there. Jacob Johnson. Good move. Using the rim. On the other side.
Wrightson was trying to get that shot off there, man. He wasn't trying to get that one up.
Ross for three. Chase Ross. Good-looking freshman out of the Dallas, Texas area.
Yeah, Ross might put this one up.
Here's Joplin. Turnover. A little careless with the ball there. Green is called. Ross is fouled out. Take a look at the LIU Sharks' upcoming schedule. They'll play South Dakota and then either Sam Houston or NIU before traveling probably 6 miles to take on St. John's.
Yeah, no, that'll be an interesting game. Little city pride on the line. And Ross trying to explain to his teammates what happened. He got his money's worth.
But as you mentioned, the slate of Gavitt games tomorrow with that Indiana at Xavier matchup. Xavier's picked to finish second in the Big East this year. They got 2 preseason all Big East selections on their team with Kobe Jones and the big fella, Jack Nungy.
Yep.
So there'll be a team to look out for as Joplin long on the 3.
It's like the students are sticking around. They're trying to get 100 points here. Must be some free food on the line. Something's on the line.
And there's another dunk.
Yeah, they're getting hyped, man. There's some free food.
Yeah, something's coming. And Shaka Smart clears his bench. Another turnover. It's Wrightson. Can't get it to go. Whistle. Some of the walk-ons getting some much-deserved playing time. These are the guys that work so hard in practice, being the scout team and fulfilling their chance to be on a D1 court.
Hey, they work just as hard as starters do, so everybody's happy when they get in the game to get an opportunity.
And they can get a stat if it's a rebound, an assist, anything that showed their play, turnover. Marco Milicic still getting his buckets.
Yeah, he's going to pad his numbers. You know that.
And now has 22 points. 3 attempt by Jonah Lucas. The walk-on from West Lafayette, freshman. Joining the Golden Eagles as Johnson gets the layup to go.
No, it would be this big of a spread for Marquette. Shaka Smart's got to feel good about the team's effort after their last loss at Purdue, especially Omax Prosper and what he was able to do. He was outstanding.
Whenever you can bounce back with a career night, that can totally erase a bad game.
Yeah, and, you know, set you up for a nice rest of the season. Shaka's going to call him off.
The Golden Eagles with a dominating performance from front to finish. And Shaka Smart and the Golden Eagles bounce back after a tough loss on Tuesday to pick up their third win of the season. And this big win really started on the defensive end.
It did, and they're going to need that defensive effort against Mississippi State in their next ball game. So very nice effort to build upon for another Power 5 opponent.
And Shaka Smart is still seeing what he's getting from his team this year. A lot of new faces for the Marquette Golden Eagles. That's it from Fiserv Forum. Our final score, Marquette 95, LIU 58. For Stephen Bardo, I'm Telly Hughes. Thanks for watching Fox College Hoops. And have a great night from Milwaukee.